What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of your weekly show, guys, the Culers Culture Show, guys. We are back finally, guys. After basically a week off, guys, it was a very long week last week. Nobody really had time. I didn't have a lot of time in my hands. But listen, we are back this week for the Culers Culture Show, guys, your weekly Barcelona panel show, guys. Big up to all the people who are in here already, guys. Big up to Ricardo. And big up to the newest member, guys. The newest person added to the list, man. Man like Leo, footballers, Fister. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Appreciate you for having me today, bro. Talk about the best team, the most beautiful club in the world, Barcelona.
Of course, man. Of course. You already know what time it is, man. My man like Ricardo every single time. How you doing, bro?
Well, I would be good, but after the crap that I saw this
We'll
weekend,
get into all of that. We'll get into all
I'm
of
good
that.
though. I'm good, man. You know, I'm just enjoying some, just eating and chilling. You know, but whoo, I'm good, man.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. Man like wear your cooler every single time. How are you doing?
So I'm done.
Oh, the internet is not letting my guy cook, man. Don't worry, man. You listen, man. Just get it fixed, and you'll be back soon, man. Sorry about that. But listen, big up to all the people who are already in the building, guys. You guys are quickly stepping into the building, guys. Smash the like button on your way in. Man, like Wadia, man, his internet is absolutely moving mad. Yo, Wadia, restart, try to refresh and come back in, bro. We'll let you back in when you're good. Okay, bro. But yeah, listen. Big up to all the people who are already in here, like I mentioned, man. The other people will be joining us as the show goes on. But look, Barcelona, as you guys know, right? We are not exactly, we didn't end the week in the best of note. We actually started, the week started pretty well, right? We were top of the table, like we were back where we belong, right? Right at our rightful place. But yeah, last week was a terrible week, extremely terrible week, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've seen all your reactions. I've been on social media. I've seen what all of you guys had to say about the games. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I need to see. I need. Listen. This is. I need an. We should have done an emergency meeting, but you know what it is. I didn't have a lot of time. But look, it doesn't matter. We are all here today, and we're all gonna get into it, right? But let me
Is
ask
it
you all,
better
right?
now?
Yeah, you're good now. You're good now, man. Warrior, you're good now. You're good now. Appreciate you,
Inshallah.
bro, for fixing it. But yeah, I mean, look, Barcelona, like I mentioned, unfortunately, we didn't just lose. We got battered by Sevilla, bro. Sevilla, bro. Like, come on. Like, bro, it wasn't good enough, right? And obviously, I said everything I said. I said everything I needed to say. I think the players were not good enough. The performance wasn't good enough. The manager wasn't good enough in this game. And I called all of it out, right? I feel like there was a lot of problems, right? I feel like that game, it wasn't just the loss itself. It was the performance. It wasn't good enough, right? I felt like Sevilla they just exposed our tactics, bro. They absolutely exposed us, bro. It wasn't good enough, and in the end, we ended up getting better. And let's be honest, man, these guys are trash. Like if you see the way the attack was in that game, the attack was putrid. They ended up if they had a semi-decent striker, bro, they could have won that game by 6 or 7, bro. Let's be real. But in the end, we ended up losing the game. Not to mention we lost in the Champions League against PSG's B team. But let me just ask you all, right? Your honest thoughts on the game against Sevilla.
Whew, disgusting, bro. Disgusting performance. I didn't watch it live, thankfully. I was doing other things. But then I rewatched the game. After you're watching the scoreline, you're like, there's no way. There's no way that just happened. 4? That's crazy. Then four was like being nice. Should have been easily 6, 7, 8. They've could have scored that many goals. They did this in the second half, basically what they should have done in the first half. But second half, like we were trying to attack more. They hit us on counters. We leave that much space open. Like they're going to take advantage every day. But embarrassing. This has been problems since the beginning of the season, I would say, where we leave a lot of spaces open. The high line hasn't been perfect. Maybe too much rotations with the back line. But we got to fix up ASAP.
100%.
I mean, yeah, that was a horrible performance. And I feel like I already said too much about the game in the football chaos. But as you guys mentioned, Sevilla, if they had if Isaac Romero knew how to finish, that game would have easily been disgusting and ugly. Luckily for us, Isaac Romero did not had his finishing boot on, and still I think he left with 2 goals. No, 1 goal I think.
A goal. He still scored again.
Barcelona is weakness. Sevilla actually exposed them. Is to the sides, easily attack, switch the ball over to the flanks, and Barcelona is easily exposed. And they've done it multiple times, time and time over. I mean, the fact that Alexis Sanchez is scoring against us in 2025 is absolutely crazy. Azpilicueta locking up Ferran Torres in 2025. Come on, man. What are we doing? And you know what's crazy about fun fact? The last goal, Juke and Akur Adams, both of them have played in Norway. We got cooked by guys
from Nigeria.
Yeah, both of them have played in the Norwegian league.
Yeah.
And we got cooked by them.
And they're from Nigeria.
My guy. We're getting cooked by Elite Syrian players, man. Can you believe it?
Elite Syrian players, man. Scrubs.
Jesus.
But overall, HANSIFLICK, I mean, this game completely shown stubbornness, in my opinion, as well. We could have, when he saw that Highland get exposed time and time again. And I recently saw a video of Frankie de Jong saying, telling the defenders to go back because he saw the Highland get exposed, and we get the fact that HANSIFLICK did not even consider the Highland getting done or something concerning. The guy showing no adaptation whatsoever. I mean, I don't want the Highland to be changed. First of all, I feel like there's potential with there, but when you don't have the personnel to make it work, I mean, Rafinha not there. Fermi Lopez that can press from the attack is not there as well. It's not going to work. It's not as effective as it is because the intensity is gone. So I really hope HANSIFLICK learn from these 2 games against PSG and Sevilla. I mean, we have to perform in the next game against, I don't even know who we playing against, but Girona. Yeah, Girona, that should be a game where Barcelona boosts the confidence because Girona is a relegation battling team, man. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Exactly, because let me just say right now, against PSG, I don't know what the hell that performance was. I mean, the first half, the first couple of minutes, we were brilliant, but we kept missing chances here and there. I don't know how Ferran Torres read around Lucas Chevalier, and he missed that after Zabanir blocked it. Like, bro, fair enough, he scored, but the intensity just started to drop against PSG, which I don't understand. And then PSG score from, honestly, Kubarsi has been very, very poor. I mean, I don't know why he's sliding. He needs to stay on his feet. Great goal by Mayulu, by the way, but the second goal,
let's talk about the Sevilla game first, and we'll get into the PSG.
Which game?
Let's talk about the Sevilla game first.
Oh, Sevilla game. Okay. The PSG game I'll come back to. The Sevilla game. Honestly, we deserve to lose that game. I mean, look, I don't want to make excuses about the referee. I mean, that penalty that they received, which I don't think it was a penalty, 50-50, I don't even care because I don't know what Araujo was thinking, following the player inside the box. Like, bro, what are you doing? Do not push him. You know these La Liga referees are against Barcelona. And the fact that Araujo had the audacity to do that, I mean, what are you doing, man? And Alexis Sanchez, a big 2025 scoring on us. Azpilicueta locking up our tech in 2025. I mean, the second goal that we conceded, I don't know what Koundé is doing. He loses the ball. I felt like he got fouled. And I think Isaac Morel scored the second goal. I mean, I don't know what the hell the defense was doing. And let me just say one thing. The only 2 players that can keep their head up high is Rashford and Pedri. I mean, great cross by Pedri to set up Rashford. And it was an insane weak foot volley by Marcus Rashford. But the rest of these players were shit, man. I mean, the way Sevilla just kept countering us, like the counterattacks and the way they exploited our high line. I don't know why HANSIFLICK is not going to stop playing this high line. Like, there are times when you need to defend. You don't have to push all the way up, And you know what's crazy, yeah? Without Inigo, we're getting exposed. I mean, Inigo was the backbone and glue to the high line, but the performance against Sevilla, I mean, the players just look very, very off. Like, Sevilla should have just battered us, if anything. We were shit. Like, the players did not look up to it. Rashford and Pedro, the only 2 that wanted it. The rest of the players did not look up to it. When Araujo came off for Eric Garcia, we look a little bit better defensively, but we still conceded 2 at the end. And honestly, I don't want Lewandowski to take penalties anymore because that penalty miss pretty much costed us that penalty miss costed us like a way to come back. Like it should have been Rashford to take the penalty, but
Nah, come on, Picado.
It
I'm
was never
sorry to
gonna
cut you off,
happen.
but let's not. That's an overreaction conclusion, man. Lewandowski's our best penalty taker, man. Let's be honest. I know he missed it, but
still, like I don't understand.
There's one penalty miss. I mean, he's not missed a penalty. I've never seen him miss a pen.
I have a problem with his new way of approaching this
Hop,
penalty
skip,
kicks.
and
What
jump,
is a
you know?
stop, set, or step, man?
he's waiting for the keeper to make a decision, and
But he never does it. He never does that. He never does that. Like the whole last season, like he was just stepping right into it. Like it's just like, I mean, that's the only reason why he missed it wide is because he did the starter step. Because there's no way if you just step right into it, you're never gonna just miss the goal like that.
That's his penalty technique, hop, skip, and jump.
It wasn't good enough.
It's
really,
ridiculous.
It's
I mean, that's the
ridiculous.
thing. And I'll be honest with you. When I saw him take that pen, I was like, he didn't even look confident taking that. He looked like he was.
Not at all,
decision.
bro. Nah,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Omega. He looked like he hadn't made it. I feel like how you talk about like the way you stutter, wait for the goalkeeper to make a move so that then you can make a decision. I feel like he didn't know where he was gonna put it, and when he did the stutter, he was waiting for the goalkeeper to make a move to see whether he was going right or left, then put it on the other side.
I think the game had effect on it as well because he did not even play the game good. So that had a lot to say as well for the confidence because when a player, if he had a good game, like especially in the first half, if he even had some chances that gave him some confidence, I feel like he would easily step into that penalty and slot it in. But he was missing the whole first half. I didn't even think like he got some balls. So that could
that's how it should be, though. That's how it should be because we know level where he's old now. He's not going to put up those same performances. He's not going to step up like he did years ago. So right now, like level is dependent on his teammates. If his teammates aren't performing, he's not going to show up. But the moments he has to show up, the moments we create, like a pen. Come on,
he has to put it away, especially if it gives us like if it's igniting the troops for that remontada once again. Like if it just like it's 2-1, we get that goal right there. Sevilla, it's feeling bad about themselves. All of a sudden, like we were winning this game, we really should be up. If you think about it in the psychological way, like they're really feeling themselves. All of a sudden, they're staring at the jumbotron or whatever, and it's 2-2. And they feeling themselves like this game should have been 4-1 at halftime.
Exactly,
now all of a sudden you're looking down on the ground instead of feeling good about yourself.
Bro, and they were tired. They were tired that second half.
Isn't it volume? Because that 2-2 could have changed the game completely. We could have came back.
100%. We win that game. We win that game if we score that.
Yes, and I do believe that too. And that's why I was fuming. Because I was like, this is the kind of game I've seen this kind of game from Flick where we've been getting battered, and somehow, some way, which game was it? I think was it against Celta Vigo, right? When we were 3-1 down, right?
Yeah.
And we somehow brought it back, and we still ended up winning the game in the end with a late penalty by Rafinha. You understand what I mean, right? So I know we have a tendency of winning when we don't play well. You understand what I mean, right? So this performance for me, it was ridiculous. And here's the thing. I get it, right? We did not deserve anything. We got what we deserve anyway. We did not deserve to win that game, right? So at the end of the day, I feel like the result was right. But really, we need to analyze this game. Because here's the thing, right? Everyone has had their opinions on where we need to improve. Some people talk about the manager. Some people say the tactics. Some say the players. Now, I'm in the point of where I'm like, I think all three are the problems. Now, here's the problem. I am obviously pro Flick, right? I think that Flick is the guy. I think Flick is the right manager, and I think that he has what it takes to take us to the promised land. Absolutely. You understand what I mean, right? But you know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have his players. He doesn't have the players to take us to where we need to go to. The players that we have right now are not good enough. He's really making these players better than they look. We saw these players' levels under Xavi. You understand what I mean, right? We know these guys were not good enough under Xavi. So we know that these guys, they have a tendency of tanking when it doesn't work out in their favor. That's the truth. We've seen this as fans, right? But this is where, and this is what I was critical about. We talked about this volume for most of the time, right? I'm not wrong as a fan to say, HANSIFLICK, try and tweak, not change, but tweak your tactics to make sure that your weaknesses don't get overexposed. Because the problem is this, Value. I said this since last season. We have one way of playing. One way. High line, defense all the way near the midfield. and hit
Hard line
them
for
on
life.
catch them offside. And it worked perfectly last season. But you know what happens? The problem is when you keep playing the same way over and over and over and over and over again. Guess what happens, Valiant? Eventually, teams are going to figure out you only play one-dimensional. So let us see where the line is going to be. Let's see where the line is going to be. Let's make sure our wingers stand right here, and we know that that's where the line starts, right? And once they understand that, that's it. It's over. The high line is exposed. And that game against Sevilla, that is what really got to me, Valiant, because that game is one of the few games I've really watched this season on the flick where our high line was completely exposed. It did not work out. The last time I saw this was against Celta de Vigo when we won 4-3, but we won that game. So nobody really saw through it, right? But this game, we lost, and we lost heavy. You understand what I mean? And this is what I'm trying to say. My thing is, and I said this during my message to HANSIFLICK video, I said for me, I want Flick to just move the line a little bit lower. Don't put it so high, especially when you're playing against fast wingers. Because fast wingers don't have to be near the defender. They just have to give the defender an inch. They have to give him a mile, and they can still be able to outrun the defender. We don't have fast defenders. We don't. Let's be clear here. Our fastest defender is Alejandro Balde, and even he's not a pacey player. Kobashi is not pacey. Culers is not pacey. Araujo is not pacey. So if we're playing against pacey wingers like the Mbappes, we're going to get cooked if they're on side. Every single time. They're just going to play the same way, and they're going to always break through our high line. And this is what I mean. Last season, Real Madrid under Ancelotti, they did not figure out how to play against our high line. That's what helped us. Mbappe couldn't stay on side. He didn't know where the line was, so he was getting caught offside all the time. Bro, but look at the game when we beat them 4-3. I'm sorry, was it 4-3 or 5-3?
Yeah, so what you mean the one where Mbappe scored a hat trick?
Right?
Mbappe scored a hat trick, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so the 4-3 game, if you remember, bro, Mbappe scored a brace. Look at both goals. He stayed on side and hit us and scored. I think the first goal was a pen, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
first goal was a pen.
The first goal was a pen. Second goal, he beat the line. He beat the line, and the moment he went one-on-one,
Mbappe.
Nobody was catching Kylian. And this is what I'm trying to say, Volume, and this is the same thing applies to everyone here. Mbappe is going to know where the line is going to be. He's played 4 times last season. And he's going to be, okay, I don't need to run. I'll just be here. I'll give you guys an inch. I know you guys don't have fast defenders. Especially if you play Araujo and Kobashi in that game. Oh, I'm going to eat. I don't have to be near them. I'll just
see the problem, Omar.
Is Araujo not pacey enough, by the way?
But there's another issue now. Now there's another issue because I think I've seen this a lot of times now where they intentionally leaving their striker offsides, and that's very intentional. And I think, I don't know if it was Rayo Vallecano who started that or there's other teams before that, but I remember very vehemently, like the game against Rayo Vallecano, like one striker would on purpose stay offside, attack through the wings, sprint down, cross. But once you beat that offside line, you basically have 2 steps ahead of the line, right? So Mbappe can literally be on purposely, like Xavi Alonso can literally tell him, you know what, when they have the high line all the way up, just stay offside. We're coming on the side. We're coming with Vinicius. We're coming in with Rodrigo on the other side, and you just stay there. As long as you see them, then you play the offside. All he has to do is take a couple steps, maybe a starter step back, make that long cross they always do against us, and Mbappe is one-on-one. That's all they need. So if we keep being stubborn like this, now it's even worse if we do that, because I remember when Mbappe, we got him offside like 9 times, I think it was. Back then, nobody was really knew what we were doing. Like now, people know what we do. People know where we struggle
every week. But
every week. So now Mbappe can say, you know what? I don't need to fight this line. I can just purposely stay offsides all game long. And as long as we break the line, they know they're not going to pass the ball to Mbappe. They're going to pass it to the wings, because that's where we struggle. That's what we've been struggling all season long. So now we're just make their game plan much easier if we keep doing the same thing over and over.
What is that, bro? Now hold up, I gotta say this real quick. Like if you remember, Luis Suarez used to do the same thing. He used to stay offside, and then Messi would find Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba would find Luis Suarez. Like the high line is not that hard to play against, but I actually think it's not the defenders. I think that Araujo and Cabarsi, Araujo, Cabarsi, Balde, Koundé, these guys are just being left out to die one by one. I genuinely believe our press has been horrible. That's the biggest issue at Barcelona is because our pressing hasn't been on point. Like, I'm rewatching these games and I'm like, it's actually not the high line. And I understand, bro, the high line looks horrible. Even I've criticized it. But, bro, going back, I'm looking at it. Bro, that's Flick's philosophy. At the end of the day, we're not doing the job right. The press has been so poor. Let's be honest, guys, with our eyes. We have watched the games last year, Bayern, Real Madrid, the first Clásico. Every single La Liga game. Barcelona, we kept a lot of clean sheets low-key because we were pressing very well. Like, Barcelona right now, we're not pressing well, and that's the biggest issue. It's not individuals. It's a whole collective, and it starts with the attackers. Like, how many times does Hansi Flick, Pedri, Cabarsi, they all said it in the press. It's been the attackers who are not pressing good enough, and then the midfield gets exposed, and then the defense gets exposed. And now the defenders look stupid. Like, now we're seeing Araujo and Cabarsi look like, bro, they look like Dumb and Dumber, but it's all due to the attackers.
I don't want to interrupt you, be honest. I'll let you continue.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that losing Rafinha is a big impact on that? Because Rafinha was one of those guys who used to actually drop back. And one thing I will say is he was always one of the guys who was actually doing the job defensively. And I feel like we've missed that because Ferran Torres does not go back. I'm sorry, he doesn't, bro. He offers nothing, right? Rashford, sometimes he does, but he doesn't really do enough of it. I feel like Rafinha is like the one who does most of that. And because I used to see it a lot. But finish your point, Jonas.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro, as much as we blame the center backs and the fullbacks, and bro, I've been like Koundé's biggest critic, bro. I genuinely believe Dani Olmo and Koundé have been horrible. Bro, the number one issue right now at Barca is our pressing has not been on point, and that's why the high line. Bro, any team's going to look good against a high line with no pressure. Dude, these guys are professional players at the end of the day.
Koundé?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but I genuinely believe our pressing is the biggest downfall. That's the biggest reason, man.
No, I agree, bro. Rafinha, like you guys mentioned, the two last game he missed, we lost. The intensity dropped massively, and this guy is not only on the ball, the GAs. This guy just being on the pitch, vocal, being like the leader, the captain, a lot. It helps the club a lot. And going back to the Miguel point, the strikers. I remember Harry Kane actually being the first one to actually just drop in, being offside, and then go the ball, just switch the ball to the flanks, give it to Sergio Gnabry, and easily scored that easy two tackles, one being the offside. And then he was asked, Thierry Henry was actually talking about this in CBS Sport. He actually explained it perfectly. And he asked Gonzalo Ramos, did you actually watch Harry Kane? And he said, Harry Kane, yes, I watched it. I just needed to say offside and then give the ball to Achraf Hakimi easily. And Easy Palazon did that multiple times against us, Rayo Vallecano. So I feel like that this
all game long, dude. All game long. And that's my only criticism on Hansi Flick is he can't make adjustments. Like he's looking at what we're struggling with and we just can't fix it, bro. Like that's the one thing that I always looked in a coach is like, how much are you willing to adapt? How much are you willing to change things around? Do you have a second punch? Do you have a third punch? Do you have something different? Like, is it always just going to be that jab? Or do you have a couple other hook shots or something like that? Like, what are we doing? Like, if we're just going to line up and play, then didn't we criticize Ancelotti for doing that? Didn't Ancelotti just line up and play? Didn't he just lined up and play and say, you know what, guys? Whoever has a 5-star rating on this team of your superstar, okay, go ahead. You're a starter. Yeah, Rodrigo, you can start every game. You did no assists, no goals for like 10 games straight, but he was Rodrigo, so he played. So it was just like whoever has the bigger names, they were starting, and they would just show up and play. They don't have a second punch.
So this goes back to what Omar was saying then, because he said earlier, like the front four that we have right now, because Rafinha's out, Yamal's out, they're not good enough, right? So that means we're obviously heavily dependent on Yamal, Rafinha. They got to step over us. Fermin when he comes back, maybe because Olmo. I don't even want to talk about Olmo right now.
This is why I wanted to see. This is
so
why.
Should be concerned for the rest of the season then, because if Yamal goes out, if Pedri goes, if Pedri goes out, I don't think we have a chance.
We have a big problem because this season we've been hit by the injury bug a few times, and still early in the season. We've lost Rafinha, we've lost Yamal a few times, we've lost Jean Garcia, we've lost Eric Garcia, we've lost Fermin. These are players that did actually do stuff and actually change the way we play. You understand what I mean, right? And we're losing them. If at any point we lose Pedri, bro, we are cooked.
But Omar,
I want you to understand how cooked our midfield is.
Let me say this. Because I think there's a big difference between what we did last season. It was the same thing last season. Remember, Flick came to Barcelona. He came to Barcelona, right? And we had just fired Xavi Hernandez. We fired him because we were just not good enough. He came in, the lineup, he did wonders with everybody, was overachieving. Kunde, Pedri, everybody, Frankie, everybody, whatever you think it wasn't going to work, it was working, dude. But you know what? We were very thin. And this was the season that we were supposed to have more depth, but we still don't have enough money to go after guys. Like, if you think about it, it's crazy to me that this is Hansi Flick's second season, and we got him Olmo, we got him Pau Victor, we got him Rashford of a loan, and then John Garcia. That's 4 players that probably not even Hansi Flick's guys. Like, there may not even. I think John Garcia might be his guy. That's about
Olmo was
it.
his
Like,
guy. He wanted Olmo.
Yeah, Olmo.
We cannot afford to like lose players in terms of roster, in terms of depth. I know it's like our minds are in like a skyrocket, like in terms of expectations that we're supposed to win everything every year. But we forget, dude, we just fired a coach a year ago. Like, Hansi Flick has been here for a year and a half. Yes, we won everything. It was like a combination between Hansi Flick playing great and Real Madrid having a lot of injuries. But now that things are coming back to a balance, now we're in this mindset that we're supposed to be the unstoppable team we just had fired a coach a year and a half ago.
Yeah. So I agree with that. So I'll say this about him, and I'm sure even you know this. You may think that maybe I might be overcritical, or I might be under the emotion. That's the thing. Obviously, when it comes to me speaking about my club, I always am emotional when I talk about Barca, right? But one thing I am is that I don't go overboard with things I say. I don't say things just to sit down and say, oh, actually, I didn't mean that. I always make sure that everything that comes out of my mouth is actually what I actually mean. This is why when people talk about Flick, I never say Flick out, because in my heart, I'm not Flick out. I am not Flick out. I do not think sacking him would be. In fact, I think that would probably backfire on us.
No,
people are saying, guys, wake up. Do you think that any manager can do better with this current squad?
No.
Let's just be clear here. We are overperforming. People don't realize how much we are overperforming with this squad. This team is not good enough. These players are not good enough. But Flick is actually making it work. You understand what I mean, right? He's actually making us competitive with this team. And this is why, Value, you notice during the transfer window, I always went at everyone except the coach. I went over after Deco. I went after Laporta. I was going after everyone because you know why? Because I said, bro, I don't want to go another season without this brother having some of the players that he needs to take us to the next level. You understand what I mean, right?
This is why I can't criticize Flick, Omar. I can't criticize Flick because, look, against Sevilla, we had Casado, we had Marc Bernal, and we brought in Rooney Bargi, right? Well, yes. Real Madrid, for example, just to give you an example, they had Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, and Camavinga coming off the bench. Can you imagine that? What's the difference here between one lineup and the other? Like when you're really looking at it, like we can't afford to have Lamine, we can't afford to have Rafinha. Like when Rafinha, Lamine, and when everyone's healthy, like our lineup can look a little bit different, a little bit more deeper, I will say. But once these other players are out, man, like we're terrible. We're terrible on the bench. Like we just don't have enough. We don't have enough.
Not only that, but we barely have any options for squad depth. And you know what's crazy? Yeah, you know what's crazy? I was hearing a lot of people in this fan base online, like on Twitter, for example, saying it's okay. Let's just sell Casado. Let's just sell Fermin Lopez. Should we sell them now? Should we sell them now? Absolutely not. And if I'm going to be honest, there's one player in mind that is on. Actually, you guys already mentioned that player, but Danny Olmo. We got to have a talk about Danny Olmo. You know what's crazy? Yeah. How many times has Danny Olmo costed us a couple of games this season? About 3. Well, I'm not sure if Sevilla, it's his fault, but There was a chance where he could have just passed to Rashford. He shoots. Like, why are you shooting, Omo? Against Rayo Vallecano, I already said that he costed us. Against PSG, I'm not sure if I said that. He costed us, him and Ferran. But Danny Olmo's decision-making is going to cost us games. And decision-making and losing the ball. Like, what is going on with Danny Olmo?
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Wait, were you guys happy with the signing of Olmo?
Yes,
I'm not tired.
I
be honest.
wasn't. No. I wasn't.
I
got criticized, and people throw it on my face and said, "Are you happy now? Are you happy now?" Because I said Dani Olmo we didn't need Dani Olmo. We needed a striker.
Exactly my
I was one
point.
of the people. So let me be clear. I was one of the people who. Okay, so let me put it this way. This is the best way I can put it. I wanted Olmo, but I knew the risk of getting Olmo.
Yes.
So I was one of the people who was like, I like the Olmo signing. This guy is injury prone.
We think that Euros catfish us though.
Injury prone player. I don't know, bro. We don't have that amount of money.
But look,
we were after Nico Williams around that time and all of that.
Yeah.
I was
gonna say. I think
here's the thing, value. I knew that the way Flick played football, he needed an Olmo type player, which we didn't have around that time. Firmino wasn't that player yet who could make that role his own, right? So I said, okay, this makes sense. And this is the thing, value. Let's be honest here. Last season, Olmo had his injury problems, but when he was fit, he actually did his job in the team. And that's why people were supporting him. Because they were like, well, he's injury prone.
I was just relieving the 2024-2025 season, dude. Every time Dani Olmo was scoring, it was with a purpose, dude. It was always to win the game.
Las Palmas game.
Las Palmas, bro.
Las Palmas.
The Rayo Vallecano one. The Rayo Vallecano, bro. Like there was so many times where he was scoring and it was clutch. People were saying this guy is clutch. Remember, like it's so crazy how far we've come, man. Like how far.
But to be honest, I'm not gonna say. I know he's having a bad performances, bad horror. But let's not do a revelation on the guy, man. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Every single Barcelona fan was happy with this guy last season. Are we to all of a sudden say? Are we actually? Did we want to spend
people
60 million?
People have short memories. That's
like,
the thing.
Why are we rewriting history now? We were happy with the guy, man. We were absolutely happy with the guy. I know, despite him, his injury record was absolutely horrendous, but he still scored like 18 GAs. He still put some good numbers, despite him being injured half of the time. But now, the thing is, he managed to stay injury free, but he's not even putting the same numbers like he did last season. Only 1 goal and 2 GAs. I'm not only basing it on GAs. The guy used to be absolutely amazing, man. And now he's getting dispossessed left, right, and center.
Yep.
His decision making for a guy that with the high technicality is absolutely crazy.
Yep.
I mean, I think this is a confidence thing, man. I
have to say something about Dani Olmo. I just think right now, I can't believe what I'm seeing from him. It's not even, guys, it's not the goals or the assists. It's the turnovers, bro. It's what happened to you, bro? Your first touch was money, bro. What happened to it? And I'm like, Dani Olmo, you were so good in the Euros. You were so good for us last season. I can't believe it. It feels like an imposter. It doesn't even feel real with Dani Olmo right now. And I'm looking at it, bro. He's been bad, bro. Like, he's at the point where Barcelona fans, we're talking about Fermin Lopez like he's the second coming of like Lionel Messi. Like Fermin Lopez is like Maradona. Guys, the way we're talking about Fermin is crazy. Like Fermin's not that good, but the way that Dani Olmo is playing right now, this is what's happening.
And the important thing about Fermin was a player who put.
But he's good, yeah. Fermin's a good player.
Because you always knew that if I didn't play well, Fermin was going to start, and Fermin was likely to score in this game. And if he scored, he'll probably start the next game too. You understand what I mean, right?
I have a question.
I feel like now that we just lost him, we've just lost Fermin. He doesn't have that pressure on him anymore because really we don't have anyone really who can really take his place.
I have a question, Omar.
All right, okay.
Okay, actually no, it's not a question, but what was I about? Oh, I remember now. And you know what's crazy, Omar? I almost forgot what I was gonna say, but now I remember. Thank God. Let me think. Oh, that's right. Remember we had trouble registering Dani Olmo, and in January we were going through a crisis to register this guy. Florentino Perez registered him, and The guy, this is how he pays us back. I mean, obviously, fuck Paris. Obviously, fuck that guy. But this is how Dani Olmo pays us back after we went through so much bullshit with La Liga and the Spanish court to register him, you know? This is how he repays us? Wow, and you know what's crazy, yeah?
And I will be very honest, I feel like the reason why I've not really gone on Olmo's neck, because I'll tell you why. It's because I saw what he did last season. You understand what I mean, right? I saw what he did last season, and because I know he can do, he did that last season. I'm cutting him some slack and be like, okay, you are really out of form right now. You need to find your form. That's what it is. Because I know when you find that form, you will be integral to our team this season. Because you were integral to our team last season, right? You're good form. So for me, I feel like when Fermin returns, he needs to rotate with Fermin until he finally secures that place as his own. You understand what I mean, right? No more starting every week. Because
I have to say this though, because like let's be real, guys. Dani Olmo's not the only guy like underperforming like crazy right now. There's so many guys, bro. Like Jules Koundé, brother, bro. Jules Koundé. I promise you, just like Daniel, Koundé is playing against us. I promise, bro. Every single time I watch him, he's passing to the other team. Every single time.
Whoa, guys, keep it respectful.
Yeah, y'all are tweaking, bro. All I'm saying is, when it comes to Koundé, do you guys remember the PSG game? Every time, bro, every single time, the PSG players, they press Koundé, he coughed up the ball every single time. Even Sevilla, that was too soft to be a foul. That was not a foul. He goes down too easy. And bro, Koundé's been horrible. There've been so many guys. Cabarsi's been pretty bad. Araujo, decent season. And then you give away a brainless penalty. There's so many guys. I'm going to be real. Even Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, when they were healthy, were they playing that good? Like right now, Lewandowski's not the same. So many guys. It's not just Dani Olmo, this guy or that guy, or Koundé. Bro, the whole team is playing bad. That's the truth. Mm-hmm. Everybody outside of Pedri and maybe Rashford, I can say, and maybe
Eric Garcia too.
Eric Garcia. See, but this is the thing.
You know what, guys?
But that's how low we're getting at this. Eric Garcia is up there.
Christensen as well. I mean, I'm not sure. I know Christensen doesn't start, but at least Christensen doesn't play bad when he's on the pitch. You know, just saying.
No, but my point is this. But Omar, my point is this: like only like 4 or 5 guys you could say, yo, they've actually had a good season. Like Pedri, Eric. You know, like Rashford, Jan Garcia. But that's 4 guys, bro. What about the rest of the team? Like, they're not.
What about Gerard Maldini?
Bro,
please don't do that.
I don't know about all of that, bro. I can't buy into that.
Jonas, I have a good question for you.
Jonas, you might have an agenda on Gerard Martin. Come on,
yo, I'll be real. I admit, guys, I gotta be real.
Have you guys on the podcast? Did you guys see Barca boy? That guy. No, this Friday, go watch your podcast on this channel. He probably flame him, bro. In that
Jonas,
I know he's not the Barcelona level, but he plays decent. In my opinion,
he's not, bro. Is he Barca athletic level? That's the real question, bro.
I have a question, guys.
Like, come on, bro, guys. I'll be real. If there's one player that I ever maybe have an agenda on, is Gerard Martin. I'll be real. I'll admit that. But that's it, bro. Yeah. The rest of the squad, I don't have an agenda. Bro, I can't lie. I never thought he was good enough, though, last season, too. So it is what it is.
Do you think we're missing Juan Garcia?
Can I ask you a question, right?
Yeah, do you guys, call me crazy, but don't you guys just miss Juan Garcia? Because, you know, it's crazy how he got that injury against Real Oviedo, and we got...
Yes, we missed him very much, bro.
Like, I'm not even... No hate to Szczesny, but, like, I just miss Juan Garcia because... Call me crazy, but Araujo, when he played against Newcastle, not only did he have a good game, but Juan Garcia might have given him like that confidence to like play so good, you know.
Rooney as a striker.
Rooney Bardi.
I got a super chat.
Actually, you know what? That's crazy.
Hold on. Big up to Livingston. Big up to
Rooney.
Are you guys really gonna ignore
NPC? Ignore NPC Rooney.
We can't blame him. No, we can't blame him. We can't blame him for that match.
This might be a hot take, but I think he was good. I think he actually made some chances.
Yeah, I actually see the chances either.
You know,
and a lot of people actually got mad for him for taking that shot, and instead of giving to Rashford. Are you guys? Do you guys even watch football?
Yeah, me too. I was upset at people that were coming after Rooney for not giving it to Rashford because that play was asking for the shot, not the pass. Because that would have been weird, right? You did all that work to be in front of the goal just to pass it back to Rashford.
And
not only that, Miguel, Rashford is
what we see on the pitch. William, before you go, right on the pitch, what we see, we're seeing it from the television These guys are playing from that area. He might not have seen Rashford before.
No, even then, it was not a good play. Why would you leave the opportunity to take a shot in front of the net when you just pass it back?
Not only that, if you give it to Rashford, the angle will be even harder for Rashford to score from
That's
there.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense because
let me say this.
What is Rashford going to be after the Rooney pass? What is Rashford going to be in front of the net? In front of the keeper, once again, it's the same play. There's no difference. I mean, if he would have passed it to him and would have been like an open net, then I get it. But no, dude.
I have to say this with Ronnie Barkley, bro. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I don't even care if he played bad or good. In my opinion, at least he was trying to do stuff, and that's why I was like, bro, how are you gonna get mad at Ronnie Barkley when Ferran, absolute no-show, Lewandowski, big time penalty, 37-year-old. 700 goals in your career and you miss. Like, I'm not blaming Ronnie Barkley for coming on and trying. At least Ronnie Barkley and Rashford, at least they try to do something. Even if it didn't come off, bro, at least they made an impact in the game. You know what I'm saying?
And he had another shot with his feet as well.
Go ahead. You finish on that.
No, I was just
the finish was terrible. The finish was terrible. He got nervous. He got nervous.
But look,
I don't blame you
because you guys were talking about Koundé, right? Now, my question to you guys is this: do you guys want to see Koundé be moved back to center back and put Eric Garcia on the right? Because I think that Eric Garcia does a better job at right back than Koundé does. But let me explain. The reason I'm saying that is because when you look at Koundé, as good as Koundé was as a right back last season, because he was one of the best right backs in the league last season, most of that was what he was doing defensively. When we played against some of the best attackers, bro, he was locking everybody up. You understand what I mean, right? Man like Vinny couldn't deal with Koundé, bro. You feel me, right? Couldn't get back Koundé once. He was getting cooked. Defensively, elite. But going forward, yeah, he got a few assists here and there, but really, we don't know Koundé for his attacking prowess, apart from the goal he scored against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. Right? What I like about Eric is that I think that Eric does what the manager wants his fullbacks to do, which is run back and forth. You understand what I mean, right? When we're attacking, we go forward. When we're defending, you go backward. You understand what I mean, right? I've seen Eric, I think Eric Garcia scored what? Has he scored like 2 goals so far this season?
I think he scored only against Real Oviedo.
Yeah, he scored.
But look at the game in the Champions League against Inter. He played as a full right back in that game. He scored in the second leg. That header from back post, right? The cross comes in, everyone misses it. Guess what? Eric Garcia's back post, right? I like that about Eric, bro. Eric is always burning for, and I think that when you look at Yamal, what that would bring if Yamal is playing is that he will give Yamal more opportunities to cut inside, to go deep, because he knows that Eric Garcia will cover that right side. You feel me, right? But I want to ask you guys this, because I feel like Koundé, because he's so good defensively, I would experiment. I mean, right now the manager seems to be experimenting defenders to see which defense is going to work.
Can I say this?
Try that?
A lot of people actually forgot that this guy was arguably top 3 center backs in the La Liga. When he was playing for Sevilla. The guy has insane potential being a center back, but it's just a shame. And you guys remember back in 22-23, was he the one that played right back or center back with Christensen?
Right back. He's playing right back.
Was he playing right back?
Right back.
So in Barcelona, he hasn't even played center back. So that's my issue. I haven't seen him play regularly in center back. And if you guys remember, back in 22-24, he started a game against Alaves in center back.
23
and he got absolutely bullied by Samu
Amodian. By Samu.
Alaves striker. So I'm not going to hold that against him, but I haven't seen him much in Barcelona as a center back. As of right now, I trust Eric Garcia as a center back more, even as a right back. As shocking as this sounds this season, I actually trust Eric Garcia more. But I'm gonna keep Koundé as a right back as of right now. I don't want to see him as a second.
I mean, considering how bad Araujo has been and Cubarsí kind of iffy and Christensen, I don't know, he's not consistent. I'd rather keep Eric Garcia center back.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you guys, because it seems to me that it's very apparent. Like it's clear as day. Cubarsí needs somebody to organize him. Like, he's not going to be able to do it. He's young. He's still improving. Like, he's still like building through some phases, right? And the fact that Martinez is not here anymore, he really suffered that organization that Íñigo Martinez was providing for him. So he needs to be under somebody else's wing. And the only one that I see that can do that is actually Eddie Garcia,
Hey,
because
volume.
Araujo's not going to do it. Christensen, it's inconsistent as well. I don't know how much leadership
I mean,
he
I'm
can
be real.
bring.
I don't think Kabarsi should be starting either, though, because
I
I don't even. I'm be real. Like I know we always protect our youngsters, but it's like, bro, it comes to a point like, how much are we gonna defend you, bro? Like,
I have a question.
I'm be real. If I'm starting, right, I think based off the starters, why not put Eric and Andreas? Araujo's my third choice. Kabarsi makes the most mistakes for me, so I would put him fourth. And I'm putting him on the bench for, I already said, the next like 6 weeks. And I want him to come back, bro. I don't want to ruin this kid. Bro, Kabarsi, bro. Guys, why are we lying, bro? Kabarsi has been horrible this season, bro. He got cooked against Levante. Last game wasn't that good. I know Araujo was worse last game. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I can't keep defending. I know you're La Masia, but, bro, I don't care where you're from, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, Eric and Andreas, I want to see that as my partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, you know what's crazy?
Yeah, me too.
Andreas has not been starting a lot of games recently. I'm not sure what he has to start, but when Andreas Christensen is like playing, he does not put a foot wrong. Like, guys, call me crazy, but anytime I see remember when we played Rayo and we obviously had a draw and Juan Garcia saved us, but I thought Andreas didn't have a bad game, you know? He's not put a foot wrong. Like, you guys know what I'm saying? Like, and even if Andreas Christensen is injury prone, when he's healthy, he's actually not a bad center back. I mean, huh?
He's solid, bro.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Yeah, I've been saying that Andreas Christensen should at least be a starter. I mean, yeah, I agree, Jonas. Koundé has been very, very, very shaky. I mean, against PSG, he got bodied by a 17-year-old Mbaye. Against Sevilla, we already know what happened. But like, I don't know. I think you're right. Eric Garcia should be starting. If anything, I don't know if Eric Garcia has to start at center back, who's going to start at right back? That's the issue. Because Koundé has been poor, and Araujo.
We cannot give up on Koundé, bro. He has to snap out of it.
No.
Like,
Wait.
I'm not giving up
for
on
us
him.
to be successful, he
wait.
has to snap out of it somehow. We can't just say, okay, we just put him on the bench. Like, that's
No,
not
we
the
cannot
solution.
bench Koundé.
Remember when Araujo and Christensen played together? When those two started alongside together, they were brilliant. No, I mean
Facts. I want to see that again, by the way, because I saw Araujo and Andreas.
Our best defensive duo in recent times was Christensen and Araujo.
Jonas.
When we won the league under Xavi, we had one of the best defenses in the league, didn't we?
And Omar, they shattered every single La Liga record, Andreas and Araujo. So what happened? Like, I don't know why Flick doesn't try Araujo.
Because of his injury record, man. This guy got injured for most of last season and just lost his.
But
his
bro,
place.
hold on.
I agree, but HANSIFLICK doesn't even play him consecutively. I don't know.
But hold on. Bro, they shattered every single La Liga defensive record in history. So try Araujo and Andreas then. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. Maybe how about
We've seen it this season.
How about Araujo, Chris, and honestly, Koundé needs to stop out of it, and Eric Garcia right back. What if that works? Maybe that could work. No,
but the thing is, I agree. Koundé, he looked absolutely. First of all, he started the season bad, in my opinion, and then he had those 2 games against Newcastle, and I think it was against Getafe, where he was absolutely good. So I thought he finally regained his momentum. I mean, that performance against Newcastle, for me, he was top 3 players on that pitch for Barcelona. I thought this guy, this performance, gonna rebirth his confidence and kickstart his season, but those 2 last games completely took the other wrong turn. So I really hope he finally locks in, man. We need him. He's our best right back as of right now, on form when he cooks. But as of right now, Eric Garcia has the momentum as well. So let's see what HANSIFLICK does.
All right, listen. Big up to all the people who was watching. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Big up to every single one of you guys. But listen, I do want to talk about something, guys, before we do go, right? Because I've noticed, right, people have been talking about this now for a while, right? Mainly Madridistas, Madrid fans, right? They always complaining, whining, and they've been whining about this. This is the thing that they've been whining about. So let's show it, guys. Big up to all the people who are here. Smash the like button, as you guys always know. But yeah, the hell, what's wrong with my screen?
No, we can see it, bro.
Okay, you can see. Yeah. My, it's my screen that kind of went off. So yeah, guys. Obviously, as you can see, Barcelona will be playing the game against Inter Miami out in Miami, right? Now, there's a lot of people who don't like this, mainly Madrid fans. Madrid fans have been crying about this, specifically one Madrid fan I know. He's in the chat right now. This guy right here, this absolute fraud, right? He's been complaining, whining, and complaining, right? What's new with Madrid fans? But yeah, let's get into it, guys. What do you guys think about this game, guys?
Because did you guys see Barca's statement earlier?
I mean, listen, I saw the statement.
No.
Yeah, I did. I saw the statement, right? And I have my own opinions on it. But I did wanted to ask you guys your thoughts. What do you guys think about the fact that we're playing a La Liga game overseas?
The game is gone. The game's gone. I'm sorry. Game's gone. In my opinion, I think the game is gone. I mean, why are we traveling? Why are we going to the United States to play a La Liga match? I mean, that should be played in their respective league's country, not another country. I mean, the last place I want a league match to be played or anything is the United States. With all the shit that's going on here, that's the last place I want it to be played at. But the game's gone.
I mean, it's finally a game, La Liga game, where you can watch close to you, brother. You live in America, bro.
Hey, brother.
Listen, if it was in New York, I'm from New York. If it was in New York, I wouldn't be upset. But it's in Miami, so I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, if I have to go to Miami, just if I have to go, Omar lagged. If I have to go to Miami just to go see this club play, fine. Maybe I can meet Messi there, maybe. But no, seriously though, the La Liga.
You can go, Eunice.
Bro, for me, bro, I'm gonna be real. I know a lot of people are gonna complain. I know it's the popular thing to do. At the end of the day, I have to be real, guys. La Liga's in the bin, right? Let's be real. This league, when it comes to money, it cannot compete with the Premier League. And I think Javier Tebas, he sees this as an opportunity where it's like, yo, maybe this can we can expose La Liga a bit more. The exposure can, like, the brand of La Liga can grow a bit more, and especially the American market, guys. If you don't know, the Premier League is huge in America, and that's a huge advantage. Let's be honest, when it comes to marketing, money, exposure, America's where it's at. And England, they don't have to do these things, but La Liga, I feel like they're so far behind. You're trying to do all this madness. And I don't think it's actually that bad, bro. I'll be real. I feel like a lot of people are overreacting. It's one game at the end of the day. I'm not in favor of it, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to be real.
I mean, I agree, man. I mean, first of all, I don't see why people are overreacting, especially Madrid fans, because both teams have actually agreed on this. No one has forced Villarreal. I mean, it's kind of echoing.
It might be you, bro. That echo's crazy.
What is that?
You're echoing, bro.
We've been hacked.
Okay, now it's good, right?
Oh,
I think it
I thought
was
that was
Omar's. Look, I don't see why people are overreacting to this, man. Both teams agreed on it. I mean, this looks like a desperate attempt from Tebas to, right before the World Cup, to expand the league, get La Liga some exposure, get more new fans for Villarreal, maybe for Barcelona, for the league. I don't understand why people are angry over this, man. It's just no one has forced any.
We can't hear you.
Still an echo, bro. We can't hear you either.
We can't hear you, bro.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, and there's echo, bro. Yo, Omar, crazy echo, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Omar, it's your mic, bro.
I mean,
but let me finish it off with this, man. I mean, a lot of people, Real Madrid fans are saying it was advantage for Barcelona. Villarreal has never beaten us since 2007 at the ground, bro. We were never going to lose at that ground, man. Let's be honest, man. I know it's a difficult ground and they're in top 3, but still,
how about now? You guys, am I still?
Yeah,
you're chilling.
Yeah,
good.
Sorry, unfortunately, I had to turn my thing off. I had to turn it off and turn it back on. But yeah, I mean, listen, I agree with everything what everyone says. What I was gonna say was this, right? Look, I am not a fan of this. Personally, I'm not. Right? I don't like the idea of playing league games outside of the countries where those leagues are. You understand what I mean, right? I'm not a fan of that. I think that league games should be played in the country. If it's going to be cup games like the Copa del Rey or the UEFA or the Spanish Super Cup, that's fine, bro. Play it in the US, play it anywhere. Nobody cares. You understand what I mean, right? But the moment you start playing league games in other countries, bro, you've ruined the whole thing now. You understand what I mean now, right? Because league games are home and away. I'm sorry, you can call it a home game. It's not being played in Villarreal. It's being played in Miami. Are there Villarreal fans who are going to be able to travel to Miami? Wait. Is the club going to pay for the fans to go there?
I think everyone who has seasonal ticket are going.
How are they going to go? Is the club actually going to pay for their flights?
I think the club are paying for it. I don't know if this is a true rumors, but I've actually seen a guy who's getting interviewed. I think he was part of the Villarreal staff or something. He actually confirmed that everyone who has seasonal ticket is actually going to be in the States. So I don't know if they are paying for it. But I don't know.
So I would say this, right? When it comes to Will and Football Carnage, right? He's saying this from a Madrid standpoint. Because from a Madrid standpoint, I see what he's saying. Right? Let's be honest, if the shoe was on the other foot and Madrid had a game against Villarreal being played in Miami, as Barca fans, we'll be like, the fuck? You understand what I mean, right? We'll be like, bro, like you've literally just given them one free away game. You understand what I mean, right? Because let's be honest, whether it's played in New York, Miami, wherever it is, they will have the most fans, bro. Because they have fans over here. You understand what I mean? I'm sure even Will will probably be one of the people in the stadium that they're watching. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So from his standpoint, I get it. The issue is this idea that this was a collusion between Barcelona and Barcelona, Villarreal, and La Liga. It's not true. We were offered the opportunity to play a game in Miami, and we refused because we wanted to play our games in our stadium in front of our home fans. Villarreal and La Liga are the ones who agreed. They offered Villarreal the same opportunity they offered us, and they said, all right, cool, we'll take it. Because they put a lot of money in their pockets. At the end of the day, the energy, I feel, should not be going at Barcelona.
Exactly.
It should be going at La Liga and Villarreal for basically ruining this whole thing. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at this whole situation. But in the end of the day, let's be honest, bro. We need to first of all agree. And Will, you're in the chat. Big up to you. Big up to all the people in here. But football fans, all the people in here, guys, and the people in this panel, we all agree. Principles don't exist in football anymore. There is no more principles, bro. If people want to do principles and like, for the good of the game, for the good of fairness, bro, football doesn't have principles anymore. Football principles is dead. Everybody is gonna do what benefits them. That's what football clubs are gonna do. Real Madrid are always gonna do what is always gonna benefit Real Madrid. Barca are gonna do what benefits Barca, and guess what? La Liga is gonna do what benefits La Liga. Even in this whole situation, it benefits Tebas and La Liga because they're gonna get a lot of money out of it.
Omar, it benefits Villarreal too. They're getting money out of it, bro. So why do you think they're doing it? La Liga teams don't have money. Villarreal agrees. You know what? Think from Villarreal's standpoint. We don't beat Barca anyway. We might as well get a payday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you think about from La Liga's thinking in their own mind. Barca's saying we refuse, but you know what? If it's not in our stadium, okay, because it's not in our stadium, we're not losing a home game. So all three sides, there's a reason why this game was picked because Villarreal accepted this. You know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't make it more popular, this is not a thing that was initiated by Barca. It was initiated by La Liga. That's the truth.
And the thing also is this, right? The reason I hate this, the real reason why I really hate this, bro, is because these guys don't know what they've done. You've opened the door now for this to happen every season now. Because guess what? This year's Barca. Guess what? Next year is going to be Real Madrid. Real Madrid going to have a crunch game, like a game against Betis or like a team like Bilbao, one of those clubs where they actually struggle away from home. And
they better now because they were against it. They were very public going against it. So if they do it,
no, bro, don't worry. They'll be like, hey, listen, Barca got
they'll get cooked.
We don't complain about us. Don't worry about it. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of this. So, but I'll say this now: when it comes down to it, it's going to be played outside of La Liga. It's advantage Barca. Don't get it twisted. We get the most advantage out of this because we don't get to travel in front of their stadium, even though we do have a good record there, right? At the end of the day, let's be honest. And Miami,
Omar, though, like, is it really an advantage? I know it's gonna be like a Barca home game, but like, is Hard Rock Stadium, is it turf? Because if it's turf, to be honest, I don't want my players playing on turf. Like,
Bro, let me tell
what
you
the
something.
hell? What if I get an
It's
ACL
Inter
injury? Like,
Miami,
bro,
bro.
that doesn't help Barca. Like, guys, I don't think you guys realize the difference between grass and turf is huge. Like, I don't think if you don't live in America, I don't think you would know the difference. But I don't know if it's grass or turf, to be honest.
Is it going to be the same Inter Miami stadium or just another stadium in Miami? I don't know.
I think it's Hard
Has
Rock.
it even been confirmed?
Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium.
Hard Rock?
Yeah.
So it's a way bigger stadium then, probably.
Yeah, it's a bigger stadium,
Yeah.
but this is the funny thing, bro. Let's just be clear. Barca fans are going to completely dominate that stadium.
I think it's like
easy,
66K or something like that.
Bro, Villarreal have no.
Let me tell you something. The game is going to be played on
way.
December 20th, right? The tickets
Yeah.
are probably going to be out now. Do you guys understand? Argentinians, South American Barca fans are all going to try and get tickets. You understand what I mean, right? The people that live around this area, Americans here, Mexicans, the South American, they're all going to, bro. They're going to, bro. The Brazilians, Argentinians. You understand what I mean, right? So this idea that it's gonna be a home, it's not. Let's be real. This is why Madrid fans are complaining, because they know the Barca fans are gonna dominate the stadium.
What if Messi's there?
Yo, for the Club World Cup.
You know, celebrities are gonna
Yeah,
be there.
Messi's gonna be there for
Bring a
sure.
squad.
And
Hey,
I think
wait a minute.
Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, everyone's gonna be there. So
What
a lot
if
of people
Messi
are
is there?
buying the
Bro, if Messi is at that game, that alone is gonna bring us more fans. I mean, bro, I know. Okay, I don't like the idea of
He'll be there.
Miami, but
He'll be there.
Everyone
Let's
is
be clear,
Messi.
bro. Unless there's an emergency, Messi is not missing Barca game. In
No,
Miami.
but imagine Messi there.
In the city where he lives. Nah, man, he's not missing.
Bro,
If he
imagine
does,
Messi
he
gets
gets
to go to
support.
that-
Unless he wants to prove a point against.
I'm
Laporta.
bro. You guys saying that Messi's gonna be there, bro? Messi has he attended a game since he's left, bro? I haven't even seen him.
No.
Bro.
But to be fair, he plays football. So what? He's just gonna.
Nah, but bro, he's had some chances, bro. I've seen some other.
Yeah,
legends
big up
go
to
up
the
and
super
upset.
chat. Let me read the super chat quickly, guys. He says it's big up to a guy king in the making, man. Appreciate you for the super chat.
Yeah,
He
big
says
up, man.
it's all about money now, brothers. The issue is that these exes want that money, so fans come last. Facts, right? See Madrid talking about selling half of their club, but I suppose we're not gonna chat about that, bro. Listen, man, Madrid fans, listen. Don't talk about it, man. Let's not talk about it, man. It is what it is. Look, Madrid fans can say whatever they want. At the end of the day, the way I see it, bro, La Liga and Villarreal shafted you, not us. You just happened to be the club that they had to play. So we're like, hey, listen, we're just supposed to say no, bro. Principles don't exist in football, man.
Hey, hold on. Omar, I just found out something. Bro, they picked Miami. You could say, oh, Messi and all that. Bro, I did not know Hard Rock is grass. That's crazy. That's definitely a huge reason why Barca accepted. Because, bro, NFL stadiums, they don't really have grass. It's like 95% turf. So the fact that it's grass, right?
Yeah.
No, it's grass, bro. That's insane. So this is not, as much as people can say conspiracy theory, are you sure? Because that's insane, bro. I'm actually shocked. No wonder they picked the stadium. That makes a lot more sense.
I think it would. Barcelona would never play on a pitch that has turf because let's be honest,
bro. What the hell?
The only Champions League side that actually plays on the artificial is the one who plays in Norway, Bodø Glimt. That's the only team in Europe, I think, that has artificial. Everyone in Europe, normal grass.
Crazy. I didn't know it's on grass, bro. That's actually insane.
Bro, have you not seen? Even Neymar was complaining about it the other days. Brazilian league has started with the artificial grass and stuff. So he was like, "I'm never playing on that pitch because it causes injuries." So I'm really glad that the Hard Rock stuff is grass.
Yeah, okay, but now I know why they picked Miami. Like that makes a lot more sense, bro. I mean, they could say the Messi thing, but that's very rare. I mean, if you don't live in America and you don't watch the NFL at all, that's actually very rare that a stadium is grass. But listen, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's good for Barcelona.
If we lose that game, because we're gonna have the advantage. Like, with fans, we'll have the advantage. If we lose that game, I remember US is dominated, bro.
But you know what's funny? Like, can we just admit this, right? Them playing this game in Miami, you guys have already given Madrid the perfect excuse, because we all know Madrid fans like to complain, bro. They are conspiracy FC, bro. David Icke FC. You feel me, right? Everything is a conspiracy against us. You feel me, right? And you know, bro, now that this game is being played in we've given them the perfect
that's
way out.
crazy. I didn't know.
Doesn't matter, bro. If we win the league by 10 to 20 points, bro, they will just talk about. Do you guys remember that game in Miami? That's where you guys won the league.
Yeah, that game destroyed us psychologically, and that's why we couldn't compete in La Liga. Yeah, wrap it up, man.
The game against Chivas?
let me say something.
You know what's crazy, bro? All this complaining, bro, but you know that game. Do you guys remember that game against Almeria, bro? That one game, bro. I promise you. You know what it is? They were playing bottom of the table Almeria, and they just did not allow them to lose that game, no matter what.
Oh yeah. Listen, even Madrid fans were telling me. I remember Lee Gunnar was even telling me, it's like, Omar, I watched the Almeria versus Real Madrid game. That's one of the that's one of the games. I was like, bro, you want to? This is where you know Madrid wanted Madrid to win the league. I don't know how they won that.
Most rigged game of all time.
Yeah, man. One of them was big game. Hey, but hey, we can never talk about that. Shh. Just don't talk about it. Just sweep it under the carpet, man. Because La Liga are Barcelona orient. You know, they're Barcelona. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You know, however helps them sleep at night. This is why when Madrid fans were complaining, right? I swear, I was just like, even in the group chat, where I was watching and volume going at it, and I was just sitting there with my phone like this, watching. I was like, my goodness, man. These Madrid fans, they are so triggered right now. It's just beautiful. They'll find something to complain about, bro, because they don't believe in their club enough to get it done. So they're like, okay, we need a reason to know why we didn't win, right?
I have a question for you guys, bro. Because, bro, like, let's be honest, we all do content. We're not trying to lose to Real Madrid. Are you guys like somewhat confident for the Clásico? Like it's in 3 games from now.
Oh, listen, let me be clear here.
Yeah.
Last season we lost 4-2 to Osasuna around the same time. Do you remember? You guys remember we lost 4-2 to Osasuna, right? And we had remember, and we had Yamal in that game, Rafinha in that game. We had all our best players in that game. We still lost 4 goals, right? So, and guess what happened? 2 weeks later, El Clasico time, we put 4 past their head down. So let me be clear here, Madrid fans, and I want to say this to everyone who's watching. You think 1 game is enough for you guys, for me to change my mind? I just watched you guys ship 5 against Diego Simeone. Simeone scored 5 against your club. I want you guys to really understand. Simeone's teams don't score 5 goals against minnows. Not even bigger minnows. You don't even score 5 against minnows, but they put 5 on your defense. And you still want to sit there and talk to me, my attack. Bro, the one thing you can talk about my defense all you want. My attack, you cannot talk about my attack, bro. With that trash defense of yours. Listen, I've said it before, bro. Barca in 5 is coming. And let me tell you something. When the stream started, when we were talking about the game against Sevilla, I saw the Madrid fans here having the time of their lives. Bro, let me tell you something. When that emergency meeting comes out, when we beat you guys, bro, be prepared. All the people in this chat, make sure you guys flood their chats, man. We cannot let them get away.
We will be there.
Where they are. We will be there. We will stamp our authority this time around. It is what it is. But man, like, because he says, why is it that whenever something dodgy is happening at Barcelona involved, rules are being bent, being taken to court? Exactly. You see what I mean, bro?
Will is fuming. Will.
No, it's beautiful, man. I love watching the crash outs, man. It's beautiful. The crash outs are so beautiful to watch. Bro, I'm telling you, man, whenever like I'm watching the reactions, bro, like this season I'm gonna do it. If we beat them, bro, I'm doing a compilation of all their reactions.
Yeah, you have to do it, man.
We are gonna do next Culers culture.
That's actually, I might have to do that.
The next Culers culture will be right after Clásico. When we win, bro, I'll have you. We'll all come in here, right? And we'll just sit here and just watch all the reactions about the Madrid fans. Oh, we're gonna have a
absolute cinema,
bro. But what's it called? I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys remember the 5-2 El Clasico that we beat them last season? We were actually not in good form. We ended the year, bro. Do you guys remember? We ended the year with the Sorloth dagger. We lost 2-1, and basically the first time Barca came back, we were playing like the Super Cup. We beat Bilbao, I think 2-0. And then we had the Clásico. That was only 1 win. And I wasn't confident at all for that Clásico. And then randomly, I'm seeing Rafinha just cook Tchouaméni. Like, it's like, I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, we had no form.
Even Mbappe even opened the score. So I was like, we might get cooked this game as well.
Yeah, remember, you scored like 10 minutes.
Bro, that Clásico, I wasn't confident. And then we just won 5-2. I was so surprised.
But yeah, big up to King in the Making, man. Big up to you guys. Listen, you guys are absolutely killing it on the super chats, man. Big up to King in the Making. Again, he says, Barca pay refs so Mbappe can get pens. They'll talk, though. If we talk into the Clásico on that Sevilla game in form, we will get a draw. Exactly. Even with that Sevilla, he's saying even how we play against Sevilla, if we play like that against Real Madrid, we still get a draw because their defense is so trash and they're gonna let us score. It is what it is. And this is the funny thing, bro. We had no Rafinha, we had no Yamal, we had no. Let me tell you something, bro. El Clasico, Rafinha will be there. Okay, Yamal will be there. Fermin will be
Balde,
there.
fully fit.
Juan Garcia.
Balde will be there. Do you understand what I mean, right? Our
Juan
team will be
Garcia.
there. You guys are lucky we don't have Juan
Mhm.
Garcia. Because if Juan Garcia was there, bro, you guys are not even scoring.
Is he going to miss the Clasico?
Yes, he'll be there. He'll be there.
He might, yeah. He's likely to miss, right?
No, he's gonna be there.
I think he's gonna be back right after Clasico, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's
Right?
gonna be.
Yeah.
There's reports saying that Juan Garcia is working to be on time for the Clasico, so he might be there, guys. So I wouldn't rule out Juan Garcia just yet.
I want to see him at least in the Champions League games against Olympiacos.
He's
He
not-
has
he-
to at
no,
least
he
play
won't be
one
there.
game for me to
Listen,
play a
man, if
Clasico.
he comes back on El Clasico day, I'm starting him over Chesney. I'm sorry.
He's
bro.
coming. He will be back for the Clasico, but I don't think he'll be back for the Olympiacos game. If he does, then I think he might be on the bench, in my opinion, because Olympiacos,
Do Madrid play who do Madrid play in the Champions League that week?
Juventus.
Juventus, right?
Juventus,
That's
yeah,
what
listen,
about.
man. Listen, we need Juventus, bro. Gio, listen, man. We Bianconeri, man. I'm gonna find I have a Bianconeri shirt. The
It's gonna
black
be a
one.
good week.
We will be there,
Bro,
big up to High
even
Time,
before
because-
the Juve-
Go ahead. Finish.
even before the Juventus game, man, I need Getafe to pull a haram ball
We're not-
masterclass.
Oh,
Getafe
no,
are gonna
no,
open
forget
up,
about
bro.
it.
I don't
Getafe
trust Getafe, bro. I don't trust Getafe.
Yeah, man, Getafe only decides to play haram
Yeah,
ball against
they
Barcelona,
always
man.
bend over for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
Don't
because
worry
they
about
are their neighbors, both of them Madrid. So
Exactly,
they
man.
let us-
They always bend. Yeah. They always bend over.
But I do have a feeling that Juan Garcia will make it in time for the Clasico. Like I said, I mean, there's rumors that he's not ruled out for Clasico yet, so he might make it in time. So I believe he will make it. I believe he will make it because
Hopefully.
I mean,
he'll-
depending on the
he'll-
progress. But right now his progress is going really well, so he'll make it.
Yeah. Listen, you guys are talking about Vasquez. Listen, I saw what my guy did. Big up to you on this, man. But yeah, big up. Listen, man, you guys are absolutely once again another super chat. Yo, I think this is the most super chats I've had in one stream. You know, I'm not even kidding. Big up to the people who are super chatting. Big up to every single one of you for the support, guys. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat, like always, man. But big up to Rossi. Says Real Madrid is mad because this decision was made without the consent of the rest of the league. The offer wasn't presented to everyone. You see, it adulterates. I guess what is this? It adulterates La Liga sporting integrity. Wouldn't happen in the EPL. I mean, yeah, I hear that. But look, like I mentioned, when we were offered the same thing, and we said no. If we accepted, I would have said, hey, okay, it is what it is. But here's the thing: when this was an away game to Villarreal, so Villarreal had the choice. They had the choice. They could have said, oh, okay, we don't want to play, but they said yes. So when they said yes, Barcelona, La Liga came to Barcelona and said, yeah, these guys said they'll play their game in Miami, so we're playing it in Miami. And Barcelona were like, word? Okay, cool, no problem. That's their choice. You feel me, right? So yeah, you can't blame us. We do our thing. But listen, guys, this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about because we've been here. This has been an amazing stream, guys. Last thing I want to talk about, guys. Did you guys see my video on Laporta, guys?
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have seen the
latest
Laporta
one.
news. I'm sorry, no, not Laporta. Bartomeu. Now, I don't know if you guys have been reading the Bartomeu.
Oh, yeah, the
news,
case?
Bartomeu, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the chickens are coming home to roost. I went and read the deals, the Griezmann deal. I went back to read the Malcolm deal, right? The Neymar deal. I said, brother, this is why we're 1.3 billion in debt. This man was literally using Barca as a credit card. 2 million here, 10 million here, 30 million here, 15 million here. And he wasn't putting it to the clubs. No, he was putting it in intermediaries or sporting projects or bro, the words that they were using. I just like, bro, I swear to God, these people think the Barca fans, we are all like a bunch of like, how do I call it? What is the name of the people that have never gone to school? Like basically, you know, they kind of look at us like idiots. You feel me, right? They think that they think of Barca fans, we're not intelligent. We haven't gone to school. We don't know how finances work. Some of us haven't gone to university to do school in financing and stuff, right? So they try to just use big words and we're like, oh, the club said that? Okay, cool. Well, here it is, right? Apparently, they're saying that this brother was, the way he was using the finances was so crazy. This is what their words were, the court, right? They said it was such financial mismanagement. They don't believe that this was an accident. They think that Bartomeu was purposefully trying to put this club in so much debt that whoever came in after him would just have to, when they come in, they would just have to just fix the mess that he made around the tail end, because he knew he wasn't going to stay as a president, because he knew the fans, the club, the socials, everyone hated him. So at the end, he was just trying to ruin the club, right? So he was giving new contracts to guys like Clement Longley, Ter Stegen, and Umtiti, bro, players that we were trying to get rid of. Like, that's when I was like, yo, you know what? I think the court might be right, you know? I think the court might actually have a point, because, dude, he gave the guys, the day he resigned, he gave those guys, specific players, contracts.
Nah. On the same
He
way,
gave like a 6-year contract.
He could spend 6 years in prison if he's found guilty.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
but Omar, what about the guy Sandro Roussel, who was also involved in the
He's
Neymar
already
deal?
served this time in prison. I think he's
He already
not involved in- he was sent in prison in 2014.
Because I saw a picture of him with Bartomeu.
He accompanied him, but I don't think he's part of it, because he had his own. You remember when he was sent to prison, he was no longer working with Barca. We washed our hands with it. You feel me, right? But him and Bartomeu have always had that close relationship, and no wonder. With all the things I'm hearing, I'm like, oh well,
Partners in crime.
Found from the tree, I guess. But
Oof, man. No, I can't
what
stand
do
that guy.
you
bro.
guys think of like this whole Bartomeu thing?
Oh, he better look good in an orange suit, man. I hope he gets locked up, bro. That's all I can say. I don't care about him. If everything you're saying is true, it's crazy, man. Like, he's ruined us. He's literally screwed this club. And I hate how he comes out in interviews saying, I love Barca, and all the things you're saying he did. I'm like,
He's just
you
he's trying to
love
trigger
the
the
money.
fans,
You love
actually.
the money, bro. He doesn't want shit.
I mean, the fact that he gave like the players like you mentioned, Clement Longley and Samuel Umtiti, who was by 2019, his legs were cooked. And the fact that this guy was giving him 5 more years or something is absolutely crazy.
And the funny thing is, those contracts are the reason why we couldn't resign Messi.
Yes. And
Oi!
apparently, Samuel Umtiti, I don't know if it was this year or last year, he finally got his last bit of wages, which was after him and Messi. I think him and Messi or someone else was lastly got paid this summer, which is absolutely crazy.
You guys see, bro, why Barcelona cannot spend money?
And
no, we still have to pay.
this man Bartomeu, man, put us in the trenches, you know, and Laporta's trying to bring us back. Oh my God. You know what's crazy? Yeah, the stadium could have been renovated as well, but Bartomeu delayed it, and that's the reason why we are not back to the Spotify Camp Nou.
Because he was putting the money on sports group for scouting purposes.
Bro,
and this is not actually a lie. This is actually what they said. The reason why we did not renovate the stadium under Bartomeu. He gave them 3 million. Apart, he gave them 1.5 million and 3 million to a sports group, and no one knows who the sports groups are.
This guy was scouting Lautaro Martinez for 5 years. What do you mean?
Guys, imagine the world if we had signed Lautaro Martinez, bro. How dark things would have been.
And I got pissed, man. I saw it today as well. So I really hope it's fake, man. I saw Lautaro Martinez could be our next striker next year.
I've been seeing I don't know how to say his name. That Dortmund striker, I've been seeing him linked to us. He's like 65 mil.
Omar, you don't like Riassi? I
like Grassi, but I don't think he's a Barca profile striker. I think he's a good striker.
Well, because when he played against us, he scored every time.
He did.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes I'm like on the ball and stuff, he looks weird. But if he guarantees you goals, I'm like, all right, I don't mind it.
I mean, that's the thing.
65 mil though, 65 mil for him, and he's 29.
Exactly though.
Yeah.
I feel like Barcelona right now, especially if you look at the squad that we have, right? It's tailor-made for an Alvarez type striker. Now I get it's gonna be expensive, but Alvarez has the good age. He's at a good age where he can give us so many years at the top if he plays for Barca. You understand what I mean, right? And he can build a relationship, chemistry with guys like Yamal long term. Yamal, Rafinha, all those guys, right? Guys like Gurasi, he's gonna be like a flash in the pan. Let's be honest. He's gonna give us what, 2 years in the top, potentially. I mean, bro, that depends really because strikers scoring the amount of goals all the way to I feel like certain strikers are not built like that. Someone like Gurasi, I don't see him being a top class striker in his mid-30s. I'm sorry, when he's like 33, 34. I can see he got goal. What?
I actually disagree. I feel like he got even better the more he aged, to be honest, because when he was young, 21, he was played in the second league in Ligue 1. He finally got that move to Stuttgart. brother, I feel like the more he plays, the more he became older, the more he actually became good. But again, he is not someone that I actually want for the system. Harry Kane is someone who's actually tempting me. I mean, Julian Alvarez, let's be honest, it all depends on Barcelona's budget next season, in my opinion. If Barcelona actually have the funds to spend big on and even get a lot of money for Lewandowski with his sell, I really hope Saudi comes for him next season. Then we can actually spend on Julian Alvarez.
But you guys saying what Deco was saying though? He was saying like, oh, we don't need to look for a striker. We can play with the false nine. PSG one without a striker. I'm like,
I feel like Deco likes to.
Every time when that man speaks, I just say, bro, he always reminds me why I don't want him to be sporting director.
Bro, you guys saw Almani or he went to
Matteo Alemani went to Atletico.
Madrid,
oh my god, bro, it's insane.
How long till Deco's contract?
A lot of people are saying he's recruiting Alvarez for us, man.
Deco's contract expire.
Bro, Armani, bro. When I saw Armani,
you say what?
I said, dude, they just lost them. They just got rid of Berta. Berta went to Arsenal, and they replaced him with Armani, bro. Oh my days!
Absolutely amazing. And now, Omar, now he actually has budget because he was doing miracles with Barcelona in 2022, where he was.
Now he actually has money to spend. Oh my!
Now he actually has money.
If Armani can do us a favor, can you take Ter Stegen?
No,
I'm just bullshitting. But no.
How much money does Deco even make at Omar?
When does his contract expire?
Bro, I don't know, but I can tell you it's more than he deserves. Because he should not be our sporting director. This guy wasn't even a sporting director before he arrived at Barca, bro. He's one of those.
Crazy. You know what's crazy? The same season where we were absolutely dog shit, Deco went and bought Vitor Roque for 60 million euros, and we've never even played him. What a waste of fucking money that is, right?
Yeah. Most definitely.
I'm really happy for Vitor Roque, though. Apparently,
you know what's crazy? I actually wanted Roque to succeed at this club, but he was not given like the chances. You know, I don't understand.
No, I think it was too premature for him. I think it was a big move for him. Already, he was too young.
Honestly, I don't understand what this. Honestly, I thought he could have been the Lewandowski successor, but I guess it was just not meant to be. You know, it was just not meant to be. I don't know what Xavi did not even. I don't know why Xavi never even gave him a chance like that. You know, like it just makes no sense.
I remember he had like a good run, and then he got a red card. Or like I forget what game it was. After that, he just went downhill. I don't know what happened.
That was honestly, crazy red card, by the way.
What was the whole point of Deco spending 60 fucking million euros on Roque if you're not going to give him a fucking chance? Bullshit.
I think it was 45 million, but still, I agree.
No, seriously.
But Xavi didn't even want it, bro. Xavi was against it, I think.
Yeah, because there was a club signing, and it was a pointless club signing because Barca didn't even want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it makes no sense. But listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys who have been on this stream. You guys have been absolutely killing it. Big up to all the panelists in here, guys. Big up to all the panelists who are already gone like Value, Reacts. Big up to Leo, guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. I'll put the link to his channel, guys, in the description, guys. I'm sure you're going to be seeing him more regularly on the Culers Culture, guys. He'll probably be back here next week, I'm sure. You guys already know where they are. Obviously, Ficado. Big up to all the people who have been here, guys. I'm trying to see who's live, who I can redirect to. I'll probably direct you.
Yo, guys, before we leave, let's just pray this week, this international break. Pedri, I think he's the only one that's playing from international break.
Pedri, Kubarsi,
let's pray. Let's pray nothing happens.
And Lewandowski and Marcus Rashford.
All right, let's pray nothing happens to any of them. Wait, Marcus Rashford actually playing? I thought he got hurt after the game.
No. Get him. Keep him away, bro. Please, I beg you. Just keep him away.
I don't think Tuchel's gonna play him. Also, guys, we cannot. There is one player that Barca are monitoring that we cannot lose out on. Nico Schlotterbeck. We cannot miss out on him. But knowing this club, we're going to. But we cannot miss out on Nico Schlotterbeck. I am telling you right now.
Have you guys seen sorry to cut you off, the new Pedri, the Mexican Pedri?
Oh
yeah, I've seen him. The Mexican Mora, Gabriel Mora.
Mora, yeah. He actually cooking in the under 21.
Also the Cameroonian at a young.
Is he playing for the World Cup as well?
The Levante striker.
Oh my god! We missed out on Ete Ayong from I
mean, listen. I feel like he was one of those guys. You know, he just went off the radar. But hey, listen, it is what it is, man.
But we cannot miss out on Nico Schlotterbeck, though. That's the player we need at the club.
No, I hear it. But listen, guys, big up to all the people who are here, guys. Listen, let's see. I'm gonna redirect you all, guys, to Mike's. My guy, GVO Mike's. Big up to my guy, Mike's. Make sure you guys put Omar BYT in the comment section below. Big up to all the guys in here, guys. This has been yet another episode of the Culers Culture Show, guys. As you all know, guys. Until next Wednesday, guys. Smash the like button. Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalonia.
Visca Barça.
Yes, sir.